Well, I've walked down front here this morning. We wound up with 19 degrees for our low, so things are a little more solid. Unfortunately, there has been a little bit of damage to the hovercraft cover, which after looking at it really close here, I found out is fixable. But the cover on Michelle's boat is a different story. Yeah, this damage is totally fixable. I have the brackets to do that with. And damage to the canopy on Michelle's boat. Not super bad. I do have the aluminum pieces to replace these with, so this should be fixable as well. And as the sunshine continues, overflow begins to show up. And of course it usually does here close to the bank. We have a buried boat right down there that is still in the ice of the river, and that's going to be a challenge once breakup begins.
Watch out, puppies. No, move. Time to light the fire. Maybe. Burn all this cardboard.
Alrighty then. Well, one of the little projects that I have going on here is a charging system for just USB phones. It will have 110 volts available. We'll have an inverter in there, but at the moment this is a 60-watt solar panel and a Wanderer, and then everything is wired inside. Now I will have, this is a power distribution point. Individual solar panels will connect in here and then to here, and then the main output line will go from here to inside. And like I said, this is it's a work in progress. Well, it's almost winter time again. We have had some chilly weather move in, kind of put a halt on a few things. We do have a freight sled delivery expected maybe this week. We'll see how that goes. Not really sure what the main trail conditions are in at this moment, but the guy that operates the freight sled, he knows this area really well, so we're going to leave that all up to him. A lot of people don't understand why we actually started this channel. A lot of people think that it was to make money, but that was not its purpose. In the beginning, we had folks mainly from out of state who, from Facebook, of course, saw what we were doing and said, okay, we want to do that. Now, can you tell us how to do this or this? And so sitting down thinking about it, the best way to do it would be on YouTube and to show what we're doing as we're doing it. Now, we, like I said, are not here to get rich. We do promote some products, but they have to be products that benefit us, like the UPAS 1200, the RBM Outdoors tent that they sent Michelle. And we'll continue to promote those things because they continue to serve us. And so far, the UPAS 1200 has been just exactly what we needed. The RBM tent, Michelle loves it, especially the little wood stove that came with it, because it keeps the interior of that tent really warm. And I'm going to be demonstrating here in a little while how to take that tent down. It seems like we went online and searched hundreds of videos. It shows you how to put them up. But as far as takedown goes, there was nothing to be found. So I'm sure there's something there. We just didn't find it. So we welcome your questions, and we'll try to answer them as best as we possibly can. I think the majority, we have like 3 new families moving out into this area this coming after breakup. Not really sure about that number because we do know definitely about 1. They'll be our next door neighbor. And the other 2, well, the one family's been working on it for the last couple of winters to be able to come out and actually make the move. And the third family, they've been at this for several years, and they either will bite the bullet or they will take some more time to get prepared. The cabin that Michelle and I are in right now was dried in like a week. For those of you who may not know, our original cabin we shut down for the winter because we had so much prep work to do in Fairbanks that winter, getting the house ready for sale, etc., getting supplies together for the barge, that we just shut the cabin down and we left. And we came back in the spring to find it totally destroyed. So in like a week, the cabin we're in now, I had it dried in. We just left it because we had, like I said, barge after barge after barge of supplies scheduled to come in. The time we were going to use building storage for those supplies was spent building the cabin. So it was kind of a stressful summer and fall that year, but we made it through. And now the next project is the micro cabin. This is the pop-up, and Michelle will be starting on this here really soon. I've got to get some more snow packed down around it so she can easily get to it. But this is her project. She's going to be tearing this down and completely rebuilding it. We gathered all the supplies for that project together this last year, and I'm sort of excited to see what she comes up with. And with each passing day, the sun continues to work on the melting the snow, and we're beginning to see the ground appear in certain spots. And Connie and I are out just walking around, kind of assessing things. Couple of the propane bottles that were to have been filled before fall are sitting there, and they're sitting there because we couldn't find them because they were buried in snow, and I couldn't remember exactly where I set them. This past fall, Michelle and I rushed to get things picked up and put away, not really realizing just how much snow we were going to get over this past winter. And I just found my really good boat seat that I couldn't find earlier. It got buried in the snow before we could get it under cover. Well, as I said earlier in the video, you can ask us anything you want to concerning off-grid living. Just understand there is a huge difference between off-the-road system and off-grid, and on-the-road system off-grid. And believe me, things are a little more difficult when you're off-the-road system. We can't just go get in the truck and drive and get supplies. Majority of folks, and I know there's a lot of, this has been brought up to us in several comments and emails, that people have become disappointed in the fact that a YouTube channel, for instance, says they're remote off-grid, and they talk about how difficult it is to do whatever it is they're trying to do, and yet their big 4x4 is sitting just outside the front door. You have to take some things with a grain of salt, because that's just the way life is nowadays. But we are totally off the road system. We are totally off grid. And it is a difficulty level that is hard to explain in words. And you can't really comprehend it until you live it. And we, of course, as long as everything is going along really well, like we have good snow machine trails in the wintertime, and we have a nice water level in the river during the summertime, everything goes without a hitch, usually. Just remember that if you do move off-grid in Alaska, be prepared.